Hello, my crochet friends. How are you guys doing today? Today for me is Friday, July 25th. The last couple nights, I've been a little stressed lately, so I needed to find some way to balance out the stress that I was feeling. I have a bin of yarn sitting behind you in a chair in my room, okay? And I call it my leftovers bin, and for the most part, it is just hand-wound balls of yarn that were left over from a project somewhere. And then some of it is some partial skeins that are a little bit too big for me to wind up with my hands, but not big enough to be considered a full skein of yarn, right? So they're in the bin. And it's the bin that I was taking yarn out of to make that blanket for the 17-year-old who just turned 18 the other day and absolutely loved her blanket. Let's see, I got a picture of her with the blanket, and she said it's okay if I shared it with you. Okay, now here she is standing in the middle of my house holding the blanket up. Okay. And then here she is, because I keep my house pretty cool in the summer. She's all wrapped up in the blanket because she was a little chilly. So the blanket was a big hit. She loves it. She's going to be taking it to college with her. So that's a good thing. I got more pictures. Sorry, I get stuck scrolling through my own pictures. I'm like, oh, there's a picture of Arlo. And there's a picture of a dinosaur I want to buy one of the kids. Do you guys ever do that when you're scrolling on the internet and you get ads for everything and you see something that you'd like to buy, you just do a screenshot and be like, maybe I'll buy that later, you know? Yeah, I do that. I have a whole pictures folder of online shopping with screenshots. So anyway, I have to put all the yarn back in the bin and then on my shelf that I used in the blanket. That I didn't use all of it, and it needs to be put away. So about 2 nights ago, I sat with the bin. I came up to bed at like 11 o'clock, which is early for me. I usually don't go to bed till midnight or 1 a.m. And I was sitting and I was just pulling the yarn out and I was just rolling it up because there is a big knot of yarn in there. All the yarn got tangled because, you know, balls of yarn, they get loose, then they get tangled, and then you're rifling through it, and then it gets tangled some more. So there is a big tangled mess in there, because every time I wanted a new color for the blanket that I just finished making, I would just go through the bin and find another color. So I made a mess. So now I'm trying to pull them out and untangle them. So that is what I'm going to be doing today with you guys. I'm gonna move the camera and you guys can hang out with me while I do it. I find it very relaxing to untangle yarn. That's why I don't get too upset about it being tangled to begin with. I find it very relaxing and I can decompress a little bit. It gives my mind a chance to just quiet down. I had a bit of anxiety yesterday. I had an ultrasound appointment. It's just a standard run-of-the-mill ultrasound appointment, so I don't have anxiety about medical stuff. I have anxiety about being late anywhere. I'm never late to an appointment. I'm the kind of person that shows up half an hour early. And doctor's offices in the last couple of years, if you've got an appointment at 1:30, they'll tell you 1:15 because they need you there 15 minutes early, right? So then you think your appointment's for 1:15 when it's really for 1:30. So for somebody like me, I show up at 1 o'clock and they're like, wow, you're half an hour early. Like, well, you said 1:15. They're like, yeah, 1:15, but your appointment's at 1:30. We just wanted to make sure you're not going to be late. I'm never late to begin with. So when I make appointments now, I ask them on the phone, is this legitimately a 1:30 appointment? Or is it really 1:45 and you just want me there early? So my appointment for the ultrasound was at 1:30. They wanted me there by 1:15. I left with plenty of time, okay? It was a half an hour car ride from my house to just over the city line into Philadelphia. And there's a road that we have called Roosevelt Boulevard. It is 6 lanes going this way, 6 lanes going this way, okay? The 6 lanes going south, only 3 of them were moving. And of course, I got stuck in the one all the way the furthest on the right hand side that wasn't moving nearly as fast as the other 2 on this side. 10 minutes I'm sitting in that traffic. I'm like, I'm gonna be late, I'm gonna be late, I'm gonna be late, and I'm never late. You know, so I had a tremendous amount of anxiety that had built up on me. And I just, by the time I did get to my appointment by 1:22, and it was fine. So I wasn't even anywhere close to being late, but it's still the anxiety. It had nowhere to go, you know? So, when I was done, I come home, I go to the grocery store, pick up some food, I make myself some lunch, and then, I actually laid on the couch and I crashed. So from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, I was completely out of it. I was asleep, right? But still, when I woke up, I still had a bit of anxiety that was still sitting with me. So I came upstairs that night with my bin of yarn, and I just started pulling the yarn out, just started wrapping it back up. And then I used my mom's trick of putting rubber bands on it to hold it together so it will not unravel the next time I'm going through the bin looking for yarn. So, but there's still more to do, and I would like to do that today, and I would like to do that with you guys, because it might be relaxing for you too, to just sit and just wrap up some yarn, you know, because I don't have a crocheting update for this week because I've been working on that blanket exclusively. So now that it's done and it's been gifted, right, I haven't been shopping for yarn, so I have no yarn haul. I have no thrifted craft books to show you, and I've got no other projects that I've been working on. So I'm actually going to be doing cleanup and a little bit of maintenance, getting the yarn bin back to a workable state, because I'll show you what it looks like, okay? Yeah, so I need to go get myself a drink of water. It's warm up here in my room. My air conditioner's still not working, and I will be right back. Well, now this is an awesome angle, isn't it? So hopefully that side of the room is clean enough. That's my husband's side with my stuff. Alright, so like the Karen 1 pound. I can take this and stick this back on my shelf in my new crochet closet, right? Anything that's still a good size skein that still has a label on it, I'm going to stick it back in my closet. These are the colors that I used in that blanket. Okay, but this one, this is the dark orange terracotta color from Lion Brand Vanish Choice. This is Arlo had gotten to this, so might be a little bit for me to untangle right now here in this video. I'm just going to sit it off to the side, right? Now this, it's a partial skein. What I'll do is I just fold partial skeins in half and then wrap the loose thread around. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a rubber band. Oh, yeah, that's right. I got my rubber bands up here. Now, this is just from your basic dollar store, Dollar Tree. And they've got multiple sizes in here. I just pick out the size rubber band that looks like it'll do the job. Because I got these tiny little ones. And then there's these bigger ones. So maybe this one to go around the folded skein of yarn. It's got multiple loose ends to it. So this is the one coming out of the middle. That's the one coming around from the outside. There, and then we're going to take a rubber band, stick a rubber band on there. There we go, and it keeps it from getting even more untangled than it already is. Alright, here's another one. A lot of times when they look like this, they're a little bit too much tangled for me. My husband loves untangling yarn as much as I do. So sometimes I leave them for my husband, right? And here's another one. This one is it's still got a lot of yarn in it. I'm just going to fold it over, stick a rubber band on it, and that'll keep it from coming even more undone. This one can go back on my shelf. Don't worry, there is a tangled mess in this bin. It's just down at the bottom because I was already working on it. This yellow, it's not floppy, so I'm not going to stick a rubber band on it. I think I'm actually going to stick this in on my shelf since it's a pretty full skein of yarn. It's probably where it came from to begin with. Some loops and threads that's still very well contained, so I'm going to stick that back on my shelf. Hirschner's. This Hirschner's, yes, I think I should, because I lost the label and it's getting a little tangled with the way I keep moving it around. So I'm going to fold it over, put a rubber band on it, and that'll keep it from getting even more tangled. This was already in here, and I actually put a knot in it so it's not coming undone. That one's fine. And then I can show you, oh, yeah, there's another one. I need to wind this up into either a cake or hand wind it, because it just keeps getting worse and worse because I keep moving it around. Gray is not my color of choice. Not usually. Black that can go on my shelf. And then here's the ones I've already done that I did the other night. This, I've got some brown. See how I just put the rubber band on there? And it keeps these little yarn tails from coming undone? Okay. I actually have a whole bunch that I had already done, because I find it very, very relaxing. A lot of these are the colors that I rejected, that I didn't want in the blanket that I was making. There we go. It's these. These are the culprits. These are the ones that just keep coming undone and getting tangled up. The tiny little ones, right? This color is Ducky from Vanna's Choice. Is my favorite shade of yellow because it's got some orange undertone to it. It's my favorite shade of yellow, and they don't make it anymore. So that's what these tiny little rubber bands will do, right? They'll go around these tiny, tiny little balls of yarn. And I'm also, as I'm doing this, I'm pulling out anything that is Caron Simply Soft, because I'm using this on something right now, and I'm using the leftovers. So as I'm going along, I'm going to be pulling them out and putting them in this basket right here as soon as I clean out this basket, because this has also got leftovers in it from that blanket I just made. And if anybody's new to the channel, I made a blanket for a 17-year-old that said that she's never had her own blanket. I did a spider stitch, and I did multiple colors. You can see that video somewhere on YouTube. Okay, that's Simply Soft. Oh, and sometimes, if you've still got the label, go ahead and stick the label in there. The rubber band will hold it. Karen. Yeah, I gotta do that one. Wow, I actually did more the other night than I realized. I must have been really stressed. More little itty bitty ones, little ones, right? Can't wait till I get in here to make some more scrap blankets. Gets uncomfortable getting into the bin. All right, let me tilt you down so I can show you. This is what I had. This is what I've been working with. Okay, ready? Do you see how tangled that is? It's just this one big tangled knot of yarn. Because as I was looking for a color, I just kept going like this and just scooping it, and then it did a thing. And now I have to fix it. Okay, so like this one, I'm lucky. This one did not become unraveled, but we're going to stick a rubber band on it. Just like that. And boom, all done. There we go. Now I just pull off the stuff that's kind of loose. Just wrap it back up. There we go. Put a rubber band right around that last little bit, and it's good to go. Seriously, why do we save just these little itty bitty bits of yarn? Why do we save them? I don't know. I can get a couple stitches out of that, right? Now, you know, sometimes I absolutely do throw those little bits away. But not today. I'm feeling like I want to keep all of it today. So let's take a look at this blue, right? This blue is still tangled up in here. So let's see if we can get all this out, huh? And I don't think it feels like Karen Simply Soft, but I'm not sure that it is. But either way, it gets a rubber band. Yeah, sorry, I know I'm out of frame, but it's because I'm trying to get a knot out. There we go. How about we fix this pink one? That pink one got really loose. You know, for a while there, pink was my favorite color to crochet with, so I actually have a lot of pink left over from other projects. I'm wondering if I've got enough pink to make a blanket all out of the leftover pink. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? This is hand-dyed yarn I bought on Etsy a couple years ago. It's all wool. I don't know. I think it's merino. I'm not sure. Do I still have a label for it? Yeah. Sorry. Still have a label for it. So that's going to need a bigger rubber band. Let's put 2 on there since it's kind of caked up, and there we go. Now I don't have to worry about that unraveling. It feels like it's 100 degrees up here today. Yeah, if you hear that it's the lid to the bin, it's just kind of flapping against the bin. Yeah, I can be annoying and obnoxious as much as like little kids can be. Oh goodness, I'm in a mood today. That one's good. So number 6 bulky, 5 bulky. It's either a 5 or a 6. What project did I use that on? Okay. Here we go. So why don't you guys go grab a bin, grab a bag, a box, anything where you've got some loose yarn and you've got some time. Just sit with me. Let's get all these knots out of our get these knots out of our heads and then get them out of our yarn. Now that is Karen Simply Soft. That is probably light country blue. Karen Simply Soft has become one of my favorite yarns in the last couple years. I'll show you. I started working on something with my leftovers from Karen Simply Soft, and I'll show it to you when I get some of this done. But I got to tell you, I just love the deep, dark richness and the saturated colors that Karen does in their yarn. As much as I love working with pastels, I love the deep, dark richness of their colors. Alright, let's see, I gotta start picking different size rubber bands because I need all those little rubber bands for all the little stuff. Now that looks like Red Art Super Saver in like baby pink, petal pink. Oh, it's really stuck in there. Does the yarn all tangled like that, does that make some of you, does it give you anxiety? Because I know some people don't like that at all. Could just be a texture thing or a visual thing. We all have our own little quirks, right? Because like that doesn't bother me at all. It means I've been working and I've been using it. I've been playing with it. And now it's helping me relax and decompress and get rid of some of the anxiety that I've been feeling. So my mom's the one that taught me this little trick with the rubber bands, but you can also use bobby pins. You can just slide a bobby pin in here on this outside round of yarn and hold it, or sometimes little hair clips will do it too. Whatever you've got access to. I'm trying to pull out the ones that are not part of the big tangled mess, just to get them out of the way. Okay, so I'm my camera's got to cool off for a few minutes, okay? And I'll be back, okay? Okay, my friends, so I got rid of the bin, okay, so I didn't have to keep leaning into it. Hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier to finish up this mess in here. Some variegated. I know it probably doesn't look it, but it's the color is Dove, I think I want to say, from Red Art Super Saver, so that can go in my bin that has variegated colors in it, which is sitting behind you, I think. Okay, so if I can find the end, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rewind this. This is actually already sort of caked, you know, using my yarn winder. I'm actually just going to rewind it into untangling this one. At least I think I'm untangling it, or I'm just making it worse. I don't know. That one's in there pretty good. Ah, there we go. Might have to go back to the dollar store and get some more rubber bands. I need more of these small ones. Because I got a whole bunch of big ones left, but I think I need more small ones. Okay, let's see if we can find out where all that green's going, huh? one's in there. Nice and slow, nice and even. Oh, wow, yeah. Because that got knotted all up in the middle, huh? Okay, alright, let's see if we can straighten that out a little bit. That's a good Christmas color. That's a good Christmas green. Oh, wow, it's really dark, isn't it? So I don't have enough lights in my room, huh? Okay, let's see. There we go. Perfect. There's my Arlo. Hi, honey. You gonna come help me? Make a mess out of the yard. Hey, baby. Hey. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. No? No kisses? Yeah, baby, I'm trying to find the end of that one. You can't play with that one. Sorry, if you heard all that noise, that's what my air conditioner sounds like. I think the compressor's going bad on it. So I only leave it on for a few minutes to help cool me down. And of course this is my great stress reliever right here. Everybody say hi to Arlo. It's spelled A-R-L-O. He came with the name. We didn't pick it out for him, but my kids fell in love with the name when they fell in love with the cat. So I call him Mr. Arlo a lot of times. He is a great big stress reliever for me. Always makes me feel better. Even when he's trying to chew on my yarn, that's fine. I get it. Yarn is fun to play with. Ooh. I wonder where the project is for that one. Because that is some variegated. Oh, yep, some more polyester. Oh, that's it. I'm out of small rubber bands. I gotta use the big ones. It's alright. We use what we have, right? There's like 3 little balls of blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. So many blues that got so tangled up I can't tell which one's which. That's why I was trying to save them for last, but maybe I should try do one of them now. I don't know. Yeah, alright, let's see if we can separate them a little bit. Ah, there we go. There's one. Okay. There's 2. Awesome. Okay, let's see if we can get this little ball of pink out of here, out of the middle. Let's see if we can get this brown out of here, or the pink. The pink is not even a ball of yarn. My goodness. You know what I'm going to do? Since there's not much here, I'm going to add it to some pink I've already got with a rubber band on there, since I'm running out of rubber bands. Man, when I bought that package, there's like 100 rubber bands in there. I did not think I was going to use all of them. I had no idea. That one's not even enough to make a ball of yarn, so we'll throw that in there too. So now I got 3 random shades of pink together. That's fine. That's fine. This I can stick with another soft white that I've got. There. Stick them together. Okay. All tangled. That's because you were multiples, that's why. Alright, let's just roll all that together till I figure out what I'm doing with you. As you go with that one. Alright. Okay, so I see what I did. I was already putting these shorter ones together, and they are the ones that got untangled and made the mess. That's where it all started. Okay, because there's this little bit of blue here with this little bit of blue with that little bit of purple. Okay, I see what I was doing. Probably the start of a magic ball, you know, where you just take all your little bits and tie them together and create a magic ball. That's probably what that is. So we're just going to take all 3 of those, take a nice big rubber band, and stick them all together. There we go. There we go, my friends. This one and this one I will do off camera because they're bigger. That one and that one. Yeah, I'm actually going to turn the camera. I'm going to turn the camera off for a little bit, and I'm going to take care of these that are sitting here, okay, because I want them done too. All right, and then I will come back and I will wrap this video up, okay? Okay, friends, I have not finished winding up all the yarn yet. I actually went downstairs and had some lunch. So I'm going to take this pile of almost full skeins and put them in my closet, okay? Arlo is downstairs sleeping and taking a nap in my computer chair. So he will not be here for this part of the video. Okay, off to the closet I go. Okay, there we go. So I think I can turn on a light or two to bring some light into this room. I've got a little bit more yarn to wind up, and I've got a little basket I need to empty. So it's just cleaning and maintenance today. As we gotta keep our stuff nice and neat and nice and tidy. So when we get inspired to do something, it will be there, ready for us to use it, right? Yeah, sounds about right. Okay. So before I finish wrapping everything up, I've been keeping this down at my computer because I come up to my closet, grab what I think will work for the project that I'm working on, stick it in this little basket, and then keep it downstairs at my desk, and then I'll bring it up and put some of the yarn away. Like this was for that spider stitch blanket I just finished, so I can put that away. Yeah, this is what I used on the border. And I can put that away. Redwood Heather by Bernat Super Value. So yeah, I'm going to roll this up and put a rubber band on it because there's not a lot in there. And a project that I'm currently working on with the Caron Simply Soft that I have. These are colors that I have rejected because they're not going to work in this part of the project. And then the colors that I have been using. See if I can clean these up a little bit. And more. I know, I hear you. You want to see what my new current project is. I got you. Just hold on a minute. Okay. There we go. Nice and empty. Alright. So let me go take that Red Heart Super Saver. Go put that in my closet. Okay, so I'm using Caron Simply Soft, and I'm doing corner to corner. So these were just random balls of yarn that were leftovers that I put together. I love how rich and saturated these colors are, okay? Now, I didn't want it to be a big blanket, like to fit on a bed. Not yet. I think I might want it to be lap size. I'm not sure. So I actually started another one for the other side. It's definitely got a rainbow feel to it, but with darker, richer colors. And see how I'm up to the greens. Move my pajamas out of the way, and I'll show you what it's looking like. Maybe try to explain my vision for it. Okay. So how's that? Is that good? Can you guys see that all right? So yes, I definitely want like a rainbow effect, like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, right? But when I got done, like with the purples here, I also have like a wine and magenta. Okay, so I started with those, went into the purple, because that is a purple sitting there, and then into blues, and then there's some black, and this next color right here is more of a teal, and teal is a mix between blue and green, okay, because I want it to eventually match up to that one over there, because I started with reds, then in orange, then in yellow, and then brown, and then the greens, okay. So I'm going to be adding green on this one, but I want like an emerald shade of green, and then over here I'm going to get into the lighter greens, and then they're going to meet in the middle. Okay, I have an idea on what I want to do with the rest of it, but that is going to take time. So this is a work in progress for me. I am actually working out a design in my head and trying to make it real life, okay? Yes, these two halves are going to meet, and then I'm going to stitch them up, okay? I always struggle with corner to corner because you got to go so far, and then eventually you have to know where you're going to start decreasing to get to the other side. I didn't want to do that, so I just figured I'd start the other side, and I would get them to meet in the middle. If that makes sense. But look how beautiful these colors are from Caron Simply Soft. I love them. Well, that is what I'm currently working on, and it will take time. But look how beautiful these colors are. Yeah, don't mind my flannel sheet's got flamingos on it. Right? Isn't that gorgeous? 2 shades of red into that persimmon orange, golden yellow. Thought the brown was a good color next to the yellow before I started with the greens. Just like I thought the black here was good between the blues and the teal colors. Alright, so I still got some more winding up to do. Let me get the camera back on the tripod. I also brought a baggie up with me, so maybe I can take these smaller bits of yarn and put them in a baggie to keep them better contained while they're in the bin. I'm not sure yet, but I think so. And I'm going to be putting the Caron Simply Soft that I find in this bin. I'm going to be putting it in this little basket so I can figure out the rest of my color placement on that. I'm looking for more greens. Like, I love this shade of tealy blue. But anything that is Caron Simply Soft, I'm sticking in that little basket. Alright, let's take care of this one. This is, it's Caron Simply Soft, but it got, you know, all tangled up in there. Dark Country Blue. I love this shade of blue. I think I already used it in my little corner to corner square. I didn't tilt you guys down far enough. There we go. Right now I'm just trying to find an end. Nope, that's not an end. That is. Okay. There's one end. There's the other. Alright. I did not realize that this was going to be an all-day video for me. And I don't mind, it's just I was going to try and film 2 different videos today. But I kind of got into this one. I didn't think it would take this long to wrap up all the yarn and get it cleaned up a little bit. I guess maybe I hadn't realized how much of a mess it was in that bin. let's do this Bernat Super Value. Of course, I could probably blame this one on Arlo, too. Or maybe I made it a tangled mess. I don't know. Poor Arlo. He's not even here to defend himself. Be like, Mom, you're the one that made the mess on that one. Probably. Oh, yeah, I still have the label for it. Alright, so this is Red Heart Super Saver in soft white. It's already partially caked up, so I'm just going to throw a rubber band around it and leave it. Because I think it's fine. I know it looks messy, but it's fine. It's not untangled. I mean, unraveled. Whatever it is that I mean. Alright, so I got another Karen Simply Soft here. It's probably charcoal. Yeah, charcoal heather. See if I can clean this up a little bit. Like I said, I'm leaving this one for my husband and leaving this one for him because, you know, he has stressful days just like I do when he comes home from work. So he, you know, can I help him relax? Got a yarn label that wants to come off, so what do you say we stick a rubber band on that too while we're at it? Alright, so that is my Simply Soft. Okay, that can go in there. And some purple. This is my one of my favorite colors. It's called Grape. I love it. I think I have like 4 partial skeins of it in my stash. Alright, these small bits of Karen Simply Soft, I'll stick those, and I brought a smaller baggie up because I ran out of smaller rubber bands. So we'll stick them in a baggie. Let's see, how tangled is that? Well, that one's not too bad. I think that's pistachio. It's a good color. And the darker purples. Okay. That is not all that bad, so we'll just wrap that up. Yeah, so it turns out everything from my bin is done. This was the basket that was sitting next to my desk. That one's not too bad. Nope, that one's not too bad. I should just leave it alone. Green. I love this shade of green. It's neon green. I love it, but it's not working for the project that I'm working on. It's too bright. Doesn't fit in with the other colors, but I still love it. Alright, so this one is really falling apart, so let me fix this one. Come on, where's that end? I just had it. There we go. All right, friends. We're getting towards the end. Now it's just time to put it all away, okay? Like this, I know is Karen Simply Soft. That goes in the little basket that I have. And then anything else, these smaller little balls, yes, I am going to stick them in a baggie. Because I do have so many of them. And then the rest of them, I sat the bin back on the chair behind you, so I'm just kind of throw them into the bin. I think that is Simply Soft. I forgot I was putting the smaller ones in a bag. So there we go. My bin is what I consider nice and clean now. These are the smaller bits, so it'll help keep them contained. And then everything else, right? I pulled out all the Karen Simply Soft that I have in there. And then these are going to go into my bin of variegated colors. And then that's my current project. All nice and clean. And then let me show you a tree skirt. Okay, so I'm not sure how long that video was. I figure it's got to be at least an hour. Hopefully it's nice and relaxing for you guys just to watch me wrap up some yarn and roll it up into a ball, put some rubber bands on it, and get it a little cleaner than it was. I feel good with the progress that I made today, because I love making blankets with lots of color, and my bin had gotten kind of tangled. And I'm already itching to start another one, another blanket like the spider stitch that I just made. I want to make another one, and I have to not yet, because I'm in the middle of so many other things to begin with, and I've got to fight that urge to make another one. So I know we're getting close to the end of July. So as much as I like other people's content of Christmas in July, I haven't quite been able to get there. But I'm going to try either tonight, because it's already 3 in the afternoon. I'm either going to try in a couple hours or first thing tomorrow and start showing you my pattern for these tree skirt panels, where I start here with like 14 double crochets. 36 rows later, I've got 50 double crochets, and there's 8 panels that I stitched together to make a tree skirt. I pulled out my green one that I was working on. I've got 6 panels here. I need to make 2 more. Okay, so I pulled out a skein of yarn, which again, I have to apologize for all the yarn that I used that is no longer available. So it's Big Twist Value, which was from Joann's, and it's in the color Juniper Shrub. So there we go. Big Twist. There's its color right there. I mean, you might be able to find some on the internet. I love the ombre effect to it, the lighter green going into the darker green. I like it heathered, and I like the marl of the white that's mixed in there. I love everything about this. So, and I like how it's like, here, let's see if I can find one. See how it started out with like the medium shade, went into the light shade, went into the darker shade, into the medium, into the light, you know? I kind of like that. Kind of like that. So I am using a number 4 medium weight yarn, worsted weight, Aran weight. You ladies are going to have to forgive me. In Australia and New Zealand, you use 10 ply or 12 ply? I'm sorry, I can't remember which one it is off the top of my head. I am using a size G crochet hook, which is for me a 4.25 millimeter. Okay, so that video I'm hoping will be out within the next week. I'm going to show you how to make the panel. Okay, and then I'm going to show you how I stitch them together. And I haven't decided on a color yet to stitch this together with. So I might ask your opinion. I'll show you my different options that I was thinking of. You know, because I can never quite, sometimes I can't figure out what I want to do. So, I hope today's video was nice and relaxing, and I hope you guys got some work done. Let me know down in the comments below. Karen Simply Soft, do you like it? Do you love it? Do you not like it? I don't want to use the word hate. It's such a strong word. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on Karen Simply Soft down below. Okay? So that is it for today. I love you guys very much. I will see you on Sunday. I think it's like video number 21, day 21 for sorting and organizing. I don't have the edits done on it yet, and I don't have it uploaded and scheduled yet. I'm a little far behind this week. Oh, I'm getting there. All right. So I will see you guys later. Bye.